Hey guys, it's me, Minecraft World, and welcome to episode 15 of Minecraft World on the Air. It is a actually very rainy morning for me right now, and I do apologize for the late start. I was literally just grabbing breakfast a few minutes ago, so yeah, but yeah, it's actually really cold for me at the moment. So let me first just uh there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. We are golden, I think. Yeah, sorry. I'm going to be eating breakfast while we talk. About Raiga. And the StreamYard link is sent. I will send the StreamYard links to my friends as well, to those who are the most interested in joining. Let me just... There we go. Yeah. Yeah. I'm nobody else is in the chat, I think, but I'll send the StreamYard link in chat as well. There's only one person that has been blacklisted from YouTube from joining the stage. So if you know who, and if you know, you know. So yeah. But there's one person already in the chat. Hi, see you there in a bit. Alrighty. I have heard no word from Zim or Joey yet, and I do hope at least one of them get to show on. Oh, hi. Sorry about the schedule confusions.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just eating breakfast at the moment, or just literally I got myself some breakfast.
I want reparations.
You'll have them. But how are you doing this fine morning?
I did not get much sleep.
Valid. Yeah, I went to sleep very late last night. The movie was great. Project Hail Mary was really, really good. Like, oh my god.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I sent the invite links to Zim and Joey. They haven't gotten back to me yet, but
yeah, I don't think Joey's seen them.
I know. I'm pretty sure Joey's seen them. I think he said he has. Yeah. And we're still waiting on Nico.
While we're waiting on him, I'm gonna vanish real quick.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't really have much going on at the moment, and there's not many people in the chat, but yeah. Um, I'm just eating a chocolate croissant at the moment, so yeah. Um, hmm. Oh, all right. Ah. Hope you guys are enjoying this wonderful ASMR session. God, that was I had to play into the joke. You gave me a ball, you threw me a ball and I had to swing. I don't actually know how to do ASMR. I only listen to it, but yeah. I just chugged my hot chocolate. Don't try that at home, kids. But yeah, So, how are y'all doing this fine morning? Well, there's only two people watching. One of them is me, just to make sure everything goes fine on the YouTube end. Oh, three people watching. Hi! Welcome, Dravara. Glad to see you finally made it to one of these. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Fucking finally, my PC was just being so slow.
Damn.
Also,
Hello.
oh man, RVO is my least favorite kaiju movie of all time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
forgot I did like a cat slash cookie erasure the other day, and I forgot that I'm not signed in yet. But hey, I'm
gonna.
here now.
Yay. One moment. I'm gonna see if I could find, like, if Wikizilla has any good behind the scenes stuff to utilize.
I believe there is because I remember when we were watching through these films of all time, I was looking up information.
Yeah.
The trilogy of all time.
Yep. It's we'll get to those, but
And also, I just realized Kuru's slop.
yeah. Also, for those in the live chat, feel free to join if the StreamYard link if you want to. And then there's also the link in Zimzilla's server. There's only, like I said, there's only really one person who's been blacklisted. If you know, you know.
I don't think there's a chance that he's even going to show up because
He's definitely going to show up on Zim's stream later, but yeah. I don't think he knows of these movies enough. So,
I mean, which is further evidence that he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, but that's neither here nor there.
yep. But yeah. How have you been, good sir?
Good. I'm proud of my pieces. I tried uploading like before midnight.
Yay.
I'm gonna upload them later on to Instagram.
Yeah. Did you submit that list for the stream submissions or?
Oh, I'm going to in a bit.
Yay.
Of course, he must be shown.
Yay. Yeah, I am looking forward to the community stream later today as well, but yeah. Updated Jarvar's design. I decided to make a new profile picture with it. Hell yeah, dude.
Nice. All we need is for the Kuru himself.
Kuru, and then hopefully Zim can show up as well.
Well, there's a good chance he's probably fucking plastered.
If that's the case, that's valid.
He's probably having the worst hangover ever.
That or the best hangover ever, considering how much fun he seemed to be having last night, but that's neither here nor there.
Unless he ends up in a trilogy of movies.
But yeah. We'll get to those when we get to those. But anything else in the chat? No new updates. Still just 3 people watching. All right. Guru, you there? I'm assuming he's just making food.
I mean, yeah, it's like 11 over here for us.
Yeah, it's 9:18 for me.
I'm back.
Yay!
And for the record, I was in the bathroom.
Ah, okay.
He was taking an Olga.
Fuck you. Actually, wait, that's Marrow's job. Never mind.
Stop! Why you gotta do this to me? You know.
Fish
You know
boy!
You
I'm currently working on models for my next original kaiju short film. I've just finished 2 mini models for the 2 main characters. Cool! Good luck with that.
Yeah, cool, but still, screw you, Minecraft. Why you gotta do this to us?
Hope they look better than the kaiju in Raiga versus Ohga.
Yeah, we'll get
at
to
least Raiga we could see, but Olga we couldn't even see it unless it's behind the scenes stuff. But more on that later.
No, but like we'll get to Raiga versus Ohga in due time. I just wanna
Raiga versus oh god, please no.
Yeah. But first we have two other actually well done films to get through. Well,
one well done, the other's okay.
Yeah, it's like
But
it's cromulent.
But they're masterpieces in comparison to the other one.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But yeah, Raiga. There's a good reason I wanted to follow this one up after the Gulala stream, because this is kind of the quintessential example of the wilderness years blending into the modern era. and oh lord, it's a trip. But yeah, for those who haven't seen these movies yet, they're on Tubi. Watch the first two. Just watch the first two.
Don't bother with the third one. Genuinely save yourself.
Yeah, but
unless you're a masochist.
But yeah, let's get the show on the road. Let's do broad thoughts on this trilogy real quick before we start dissecting whatever the bullshit this was.
Like all good things, it started off so well that it was like it was okay at the middle, but then at the very end was.
Yeah, we've been doing enough foreshadowing for the third one. Let's talk about this fucking trilogy. Broad thoughts, go.
I just gave my raw thoughts.
Deep Sea Monster Reigo, is that its name?
Yeah, or as its Japanese title goes, Deep Sea Monster Reigo versus the Battleship Yamato. Or American title, Reigo, King of the Sea Monsters.
I just call it Deep Sea Monster Reigo.
Valid.
Reigo is, I think, all right. I would say in general, it does a good job setting up it does a pretty decent job with its character work, with making everyone feel like, they're the camaraderie of all the soldiers on the ship, before getting into how they anger and make an enemy out of Reigo.
Mm-hmm.
It's also admittedly the funniest of the few. At least I feel it is. Raiga is very more comedy focused. However, doesn't really have much of a plot. And like genuinely, like that's the plot. There's no plot. Raiga shows up. That's it. And yeah, the character. It's like they were trying to do something in God Monster Raiga, but I don't think it panned out the best. And then there's the third movie, which that's all I'm gonna say. I watched it, and then I wish I didn't.
Correction, you survived it.
We all survived it.
All of us.
No, you all are dead. This movie killed you all. This is just me like grieving.
Fuck.
Well, we all know how you got saved.
Nico.
You all got slopped.
But yeah, Nico, go.
I will say that the first one, Reigo, was honestly a pretty pleasant surprise. Like, it was pretty well done. Like, yeah, sure, it's kind of out. The effects were really up to snuff, but like, hey, it did a good job. Raiga was at least entertaining, and like the monster itself carried the whole film, as well as a bunch of other outlandish moments. Then the third one, I honest to God wanted to die by the halfway point because it was just that bad. Or hell, if we did it like earlier that day, I probably still would have wanted to die. Like if we didn't like actually like watch it like at 1 a.m. for me and Kuru. Like if we watched it at like 8, I still would have wanted to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's generally the sentiment that I echo. These movies are... Oh, hell. Why? Like, how... I think Omniviewer put it best. Raiga versus Ohga is how kaiju is the best example of a fall from grace. because Reigo, I think, is genuinely good. Like, good character writing, good pacing, all right visual effects given the context.
I think there's some weird things for me with like the passage of time, and I'm just like, I was left a little, I guess, lost by the end of what exactly was happening, and it's hard to exactly keep track of which boat they're supposed to be.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it grows to a very kind of difficult, especially when the multiple boats start coming in and we just suddenly have like more characters out of nowhere and on boats that are very similar in appearance, it becomes difficult to track.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'd give Reigo like a average rating. If I had to give it a star rating, 5 out of 10. Like the average, that is the midpoint. But then it just gets, yeah.
It just doesn't. It just gets worse. But yeah, Raiga, I think, is, yeah, it's a weird film and it's not perfect. I don't think there isn't a plot. I think the plot is just messy, really messy. And this film, I think, has a lot of quintessential aspects that defined a lot of what made the Reiwa era, the Wilderness Years, in a very similar way to Monster X Strikes Back, and we will get to that. But I don't think the film is like horrible. I think it's fine. Like, I found it pretty funny. I found it generally engaging. Raiga himself is obviously the best aspect, and you get your money's worth when it comes to like how long he's on screen, because I think a third of the screen time is dedicated to specifically him. And you can tell. But
the thing with Raiga and why I feel like there isn't much of a plot there, he literally just shows up. People, it is, if it took me a bit after hearing this, but I think this is what South Park meant when they said "and then storytelling," because everything in the film just happens. Raiga just shows up. Why? Why? And he's just kind of established as having a vague connection to Reigo. And I will give like props for attempts at continuity, but and tying it into Reigo, because they could have very easily made this its own thing, but no, they didn't, because but that's why that's why I say Raiga doesn't have a plot, because Raiga just shows up and everything else just kind of happens, and we follow that family. Like, I like the idea of people trying to capitalize off of the kaiju in universe and it kind of being seen as a little distasteful, but nothing's done of it. It's all laced in like thick layers of irony that are so heavy-handed that it just becomes a difficulty to ever even like. If that makes sense.
Yep. Also, hi Hoshi.
Hey, Hoshi.
Hey.
I was about to say that Raiga just basically Raiga'd all over the place and said it's Raiga time.
He did. You joke, but he really did.
That's generally what it was. Granted, like I said, Raiga is the best part of the film, and he's in it a lot. So you're getting your money's worth when it comes to that film. Hey, unlike the third movie. Hi. We're talking the Raiga films.
Cool. Anyway, I haven't watched. I was just gonna say, Yeah, I don't have that website that you sent me. I can't watch these movies. Sorry.
Spare
So,
yourself the third one.
Spare yourself the third one, man. Spare yourself the third one.
and even if I did, you don't have the access to watch these movies. So I'm basically just a bystander in this live stream.
I think they're also on YouTube, actually. One sec.
I mean,
I know Reigo is. I just figured 2B since it's all consistent.
Oh yeah,
Like-
Reigo is.
Yeah, Reigo is on YouTube, the full thing, and then God of the Monsters.
So,
yes,
hey,
Raiga.
I was just gonna say before you guys continue on, I was just gonna say, do you guys have anything to say about like my brand new original kaiju that I said on Arch General?
I haven't seen it yet. One moment.
It looks cool. It looks neat.
Looks neat. But yeah, back to these movies. Third one's a fucking travesty. How I survived.
Let's
How is-
save that.
Some
Let's
may,
save
some
that.
may
Yeah,
call it a cinematic
we will
disaster.
we'll save the rant on the third one, but all I'll say is the third one is a travesty in every possible way. But yeah. So I think it's best. Let's go in like chronological order, talking from best to worst. So Reigo. I mean, I'd say the core thing of what makes this movie work is just its narrative structure. It is the most structured of the three. And it actually like makes an attempt to tell a genuine full story. Granted, Raiga kind of did, but Reigo is the one that really succeeded in this regard. It's like the characters actually have genuine motivation with actually compelling elements. The comedy is pretty well structured.
Question: when did the first movie came out?
Like around 2005.
I thought it
2005.
was like 2009. I've had it in my
No.
head that it's 09.
I think Raiga was 2009, and Reigo was like.
Was 05.
I mean, that's all. It's old as you two.
And him.
Ooh.
Oh god. But yeah, it's like visual. The only real issues are the inconsistent visuals, and even then, given the budget and context, yeah, it really isn't the worst thing on the planet.
You can tell that all the budget went into Reigo himself, and most of the other stuff-
Into
the other
Reigo
stuff
himself
appears
and-
from how Kaiju Kuru puts it, the PS2.
Yeah. But like even then,
So,
oh.
I was just gonna say, does Reigo fight like any kaiju in like his original movie?
No. Story-wise, the film is very similar to Gorgo or the 1983 American Godzilla, the Steve Miner one.
Oh, okay.
It's very much like basically it's like it's a legendary Japanese warship, the Yamato. Omnivore described it as like a legend. It's as if like a legend about the Yamato. This Japanese warship fighting against this ancient sea beast. And it's not even in like a nationalistic way, because the American character is actually treated with some level of reverence. And the crew eventually comes to care for him. Even if it isn't as well handled, they still come to care for the American character.
Anytime now
What's
we have an
the
American
American-
character in these kaiju films and we don't remember the name, I'm just going to resort to calling them Mr. Burger.
You can just call him John Raiga.
John Raiga.
John Raigo.
And here's his wife, Raiga.
God.
But yeah, but yeah, no, he's like. Then you also have the sex pest.
What?
That he's not a sex pest. I say that because he mistakes an old man for, I believe, his like wife.
Minecraft. He isn't the sex pest. The sex pest is in the third movie.
Oh right. But yeah, no, he like the comedy dude. He mistakes his wife for like he mistakes an old man for his wife, and you have that groping scene, which is genuinely beautiful. Oh god, dude, that fucking sent you, Kuro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of what makes this comedy work, it's not really absurdist. It's more along the lines of like character writing. Because like when the film takes itself seriously, it takes itself seriously. But when it's funny, it genuinely relies on the character work in order to make its comedy stick just as hard as the serious moments. If anything, its comedy actively enhances the serious moments, since both of them are very good character showcases.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, question: do any of you guys know who are like the main characters of like the first movie?
It's an ensemble cast. There isn't like a specific main character in any of these. Well, I say that, but like the main character in Raiga is like, I guess if you wanted to pick a protagonist, I think his name Takashi,
Mm,
the younger military dude,
yeah, I think. Yeah,
the father in Raiga, and then the dude with the eye patch in Raiga versus Ohga. But the fact that I can say that that movie has a protagonist scares me.
Okay, but do these movies have like an antagonist?
Reigo, Raiga, and Ohga are generally the closest thing you get to an antagonist.
The antagonist is yourself, and if you can endure this.
Yeah. Reigo doesn't really have a human antagonist. I think Raiga does. It's like the prime minister.
Is he?
Because I remember, I think so.
No, Kuro, you forgot. There's a secret antagonist in the third one involving one of the American CIA agents.
We'll get to that.
We will get to that when we get to that. But yeah, it's like the kaiju are generally the antagonists. They're not really villainous. Like they're not evil. Reigo has a pretty solid motivation. But they are oppositional forces. All of them are treated like, what is it? Natural god-like forces. I think all of them are supposed to be deities in universe.
Cool.
So, yeah. But yeah, and I think Reigo himself. Actually, Reigo has some really solid build-up. You have the Bonefish, you have the American, and then you get Reigo himself, and it like. One sec. I want to see if I can find Reigo's design because I want to share this.
Sweet. In the meantime, guys, I recently watched Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh,
How'd it
so
go?
did I. I did it a few days ago.
And so
I liked
you guys. Cool.
I found an image of the prop. I just need to.
Also, kind of off topic. While you look at apparently a new Avatar movie. I'm not talking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
I'm gonna be honest. That's really funny,
Nickelodeon has no security at all.
bro. I think I could just walk in and leave.
Wait, what? Do you guys have any opinions of this upcoming movie?
I'm not choosing to say anything. I'm choosing to not say anything.
Yeah. Yes, I'm just pulling up the designs right now. I'm just grabbing images for all of them. But yeah, like I am curious to see what they do with it, but at the same time,
I'm hoping that the villain doesn't suck.
Please don't. Please don't suck, villain.
John villain.
Yeah.
John Villain.
John villain.
Isn't that just Dr. Evil?
Yeah.
John Evil.
John Hishako.
Adam does movies.
Dog Walker.
Oh god.
So when it comes to you've spoken his name. So
yeah, with Reigo, anything else to say on Reigo?
In a
'Cause
lot of ways, it kind of
I
reminds
generally
me.
think it's okay. I'm like, I don't hold it as highly as you do Minecraft. I think it was a fine enough film. We're not talking
No, I
about the
don't-
James Cameron Avatar Jar. We're talking about the Last Airbender.
Yeah, we're talking about
Yeah.
Last Airbender jargon.
Yeah.
Although Fire and Ash was pretty good.
But yeah, I think again one of the big things that really holds it back is its visuals, and even then, it's not horrible given the context. Like the CGI is weird, but when it's good, it's good. I'd say Reigo and the Bonefish are just generally well handled.
I think the Bonefish could look better. I think I think it's fair. Some of it is budgetary issues, but I think it is worth noting.
Yeah, because like it is
question.
low budget. But yeah, Hoshi.
I was just gonna say I'm going to be leaving now if that's cool for you guys.
That's fine.
Okay, but real
Yeah.
quick, look at how
But-
Reigo looks.
Yeah, but before I go, I was just gonna say, do you guys think that Raiga can, be fitted into the world Monsterverse?
I could see it working.
I
honestly.
say
You
yeah.
could make it work, but do I think they will do it? No.
But it'd be cool if they
It would be interesting. I think it would be a pleasant surprise. Now, as
Yeah.
far as Reigo's design,
But one more thing before I had to go. I plan on making a flash fiction story. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw you posted the artwork for that.
So yeah. It's gonna take me a while, but I'm hoping that it sticks to landing. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any word of advice on what I should do and what I should not do?
I'd just say rewatch the flash fiction streams, and that'll probably give as much advice as you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you take care then. All right, but yeah, Reigo.
Reigo. Okay, I said this when we watched the film. Reigo looks like Dino Shark.
I can see it.
He looks like Dino Shark with Godzilla Otosaurus's head.
Mm.
Since you got the computer pulled up, Minecraft, you gotta pull up Dino Shark for point of reference.
I have not seen this movie ever.
It's an Asylum movie.
I know it's an Asylum movie. I know of
Oh, it
it.
was a Roger Corman movie, not an Asylum.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was made by Asylum.
Hold on,
I
let
think
me
it was
fact
both
check
of
this.
them, though. Give me just a sec.
No, it's a Sci-Fi Channel movie.
So both of you were wrong. Interesting.
No, I knew it wasn't Asylum, but Roger Corman did make it. Or
Look, I
he
knew it was on
barely
the
presented it.
Sci-Fi Channel, but most of the stuff on there, I'm usually used to also being made by the Asylum Pictures.
But yeah,
Fair enough.
Dino Shark, Reigo. Dino
Do you
Shark.
see it?
So,
I can see
no,
it.
Reigo came first. Reigo came first.
Okay, well they look similar. Don't try to actually me.
I can kind of see it. No,
Yeah,
I
no,
can
no,
see
that's
it,
like
especially with like the body plan.
The
But
body plan, the head, the armored fish appearance.
yeah,
all in all, it's a happy little coincidence.
but yeah. Even then, I don't really hate it. I think he looks like even with the design similarity, I think he looks fine.
No, he looks fine. I just think it's funny.
Yeah, it's a funny little coincidence.
Yeah. But yeah, I like. Yeah, like I don't mind Reigo's design. Actually, I think like I said, I think consistently, with the exception of the third film, the kaiju are the best thing about them. And again, with the exception of the third film, 2 out of 3 of them handle the kaiju very, very well. But yeah, and I think this coming right as the Millennium Era was ending, I think that like you could tell that this was a genuine attempt at taking these creatures seriously, considering this was like right as the Millennium Era was going down. This was a year after Final Wars and a year before Gamera the Brave.
Yeah.
And
This was Twilight years of the Millennium. Then we got into the wilderness years with Raiga. And
The start of the Reiwa era with Olga.
no, start of the Reiwa era was 2016.
It was-
Or 2013 or 2016, depending on who you ask.
yeah.
I feel after we're in like the next era, quote unquote, we'll probably wind up compiling the Monsterverse era and Reiwa and just call it Reiwa.
Yeah.
But at this point, I would just say Reiwa started in 2013.
Yeah. With
Yes,
Pacific
yeah,
Rim.
for all intents and purposes.
Yeah. But Raiga,
I don't like its design as much as Reigo. It's like it's trying. I don't know what it is. I like the arms,
Yeah, I like the arms
and the
too.
colors are interesting. It's very obviously a Godzilla genre of kaiju.
yeah.
It's certainly trying to be an
I
XP
do-
of Final Goji.
One thing I do like is a lot of the aquatic elements and also his power set.
They do make
think
him try
the-
to. They do try to make him feel like a sea monster. Also, Minecraft. I'm just gonna say this: you like it because it reminds you of Nemesis.
No, actually, no, it
Don't you?
doesn't.
It's the orange pot. It's the orange spots that make me think Nemesis.
Really,
Yes.
I could see it, but no. I like it because I think it looks distinct. I think even with the Godzilla-esque body shape, it has a lot of its own unique attributes, especially the fish spines and the orbs, but also the
My
color
thing is,
scheme
it's like-
just
The two. It really only has those like 2 or 3 spines on the upper part of its back. Then the rest of the back just looks naked. There's like a bunch of negative space in the design that could get filled out with like a fin or something.
yeah. Yeah, I think for the film it's going for. I think it's simple, but even then, like the color scheme is also just beautiful to look at. I love his power set, and character-wise, he's just handled really well. Like he's like he doesn't really have a motive, but you still get aspects of his characterization. He's clearly not stupid. Like we see him track the missiles and learn how to dodge them, and it's genuinely pretty sick. And then you also have like trying to remember. I think you also have him like holding the bonefish in victory after the opening battle, which, yeah.
Oh yeah, do we want to look at the bonefish or not?
Yes, I will. I completely forgot about them, but yeah, shall we get into Raiga the film as well?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of said it's for the record. The entire trilogy, if I'm correct, is directed by
Shinpei Hayashiya.
Shinpei Hayashiya, who is an actual comedian.
Yes, if you don't know the name, his best work, aside from this trilogy, his best known work is the fan film Gamera for Truth, his fan continuation of the Heisei films. Which
is something that people still want to seek after and hopefully wait for it to leak online eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are. Oh, I just found a good image of the prop. But yeah, it's like he is a comedian, and you can absolutely tell and he has a very specific style of comedy. Granted, Japanese comedy generally is like, oh, here's a better look at the prop. That actually looks pretty sick.
I don't dislike it.
Looks like a yokai.
I would have probably liked the head more if it was more based off of Barracuda.
I think the draconic aspect of the head works. It helps connect it to Reigo, who is already draconic.
It does, but I'm just like, if you really want to lean it to being a sea monster, I feel like maybe don't look at like dragon heads and dinosaur heads. Look at barracudas, and I think you can find something that makes it looks reptilian while still looking like a fish.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, Reigo is Raiga is interesting. I like quality, bar the quality. I think the film itself is a very interesting deep dive because this is smack dab in the middle of the wilderness era. Like, this is wilderness era 101. This is a film that has the vague outlines of a plot. I'd still say it has structure in a similar manner to a plot, but like it does jump around a lot.
It's also just an example of what we were talking about in like the Gilala stream, where this is Raiga is just the embodiment of a film that was just the exact type of movie that plagued the wilderness era, which is, like I said, everything is just laced in irony and making fun, in the words of, and just making fun of a genre that was already at its low point.
Yeah, I think the biggest example of this is the joke with the Americans thinking Raiga is Godzilla, which, while funny in retrospect, that definitely
it's funny
was
in context, but I can just imagine this aggravating people back then, especially if you were a kaiju fan in the US specifically, because like this is why it's called the wilderness years and not the dark ages, because there's a difference. We were getting stuff. It's the stuff we were getting which was the issue, because not only that, but it was also that it was all very much kind of relegated to Japan. And and we didn't exactly have as much freedom in getting stuff from Japan back then. It wasn't as easy, so you had to go through a lot of work just to see it, and what you got was this.
Yeah, I would say, like, Hayashiya clearly has a reverence for the genre. If he didn't, he wouldn't have made the Gamera fan film.
Or any of these movies for that matter.
Really at all. Yeah, no, he likes these movies, you can tell. But that comedic mentality, absolutely, like, this and Monster X Strikes Back are an interesting contrast because this is an original story. So seeing how Japan would handle the trope of the giant monster in an original tale, not bringing back someone, but just changing them in a way that, like, just, yeah, it's connected to a prior continuity, but it's an original, like, monster. It's an original story, and it still has that ironic flair, even if it has moments where it tries to be heartfelt. I will say,
I don't think it didn't land primarily because the film wasn't being genuine.
Yeah, it wasn't being, or at least 100% genuine. It had genuine moments. I'd say the sequence where the father reconnected with his daughters during Raiga's rampage was
It
an
would have
attempt at
been
genuine,
more potent
but
if the film was actually focused on like a family trying to like if it was again being genuine.
yeah,
And not even like you can be genuine and still be a comedy.
yeah, like it's fine. The problem
I
is
mean, King Kong
Raiga,
versus Godzilla pulled it off, and what do you know? That's, I would say, one of the best entries in the series, honestly.
yeah, the problem is Raiga is very disjointed. Like, that is the main issue with this film. It is all over the place. It has the central through line of the father and daughter, but it doesn't really like focus on it enough to keep that central through line. It makes it come across like a series of vignettes that just so happen to feature a father and his daughters. And even then, not even for most of the film. I will say I did enjoy the sequences with them. I think, yeah, they were not the most in-depth characters, but like, I'd say they were charming enough. But they did suffer from everything else. And really the major sequences with Raiga were, I think, the most connective tissue along, like, outside of that human stuff. Nico, you have anything to add?
What about Raiga?
Yeah.
I will say it wasted no time with like getting into like cutting into chase, like especially with the beginning fight with one of the bonefish, and then like it just doesn't really stop from there. Like it gives you the goods, like you mentioned earlier, like you get what you pay for with like monster action and stuff, but they could have did a little better on the character side of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, also I will say the second, like, this is primarily highlighted with the finale when the second Raiga shows up. It's like they never.
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot there were two.
Oh yeah, there are two.
Yeah, they never explain why there's a second one. It just happens. Like, this is and then storytelling. Not at its worst. I'd say at its worst, it's in the sequel. It's in the third one, but it's
bold of you to assume there was storytelling in that one.
Yeah.
I joke, but I've said what I think about that film, which I will repeat when we get. We
will get to the third film, but yeah, it's like Raiga's the only one that really doesn't suffer from the vignettes, because generally it's like it is just pure action. Like, that's the whole thing with his sequences. It is all pure action. It is all the military going up against it. It's all Raiga doing his thing. And that's what I think makes him memorable. Because even if he doesn't have that motivation, even if he doesn't have a motivation, he does still have character aspects. He still has moments that give him, like, memorable aspects. Like I said, him dodging the tank's missiles was actually pretty sick. Also, Titanic Creations, please.
I'd be down for it. It's specifically one of Reigo, and like, I dig a figure of all of them.
Yeah, I know Raiga is the requested one.
I'd rather have Reigo. Hell, I'd rather have Ohga. I'm not gonna lie, because I think Ohga's got a cool design.
Yeah, I'd take any of them, but yeah,
Alright.
it's like, but yeah, that's Raiga. It's like, it's weird. It's fine. It's not really, but it's kind of the quintessential example of a wilderness era film.
Oh, and also the three daughters get to fight Raiga in the end credits.
Yeah, and it's honestly, it's kind of funny. Dude, the second
We all do.
My dream figure is a Titanic
On
Creations
everyone's
Nemesis.
soul.
It's probably
we
going to
will
happen
get
once
the
we get.
Titanic Creations Nemesis.
It's probably going to happen when the TV show drops.
It's gonna happen if. I feel like it's not a matter of if we get a Nemesis figure. It's a matter of when.
Yeah, because like if Titanic Creations or Haya do it, bro, I'm gonna be crying. Like, I'm jumping on voice chat the second I get it. I'm gonna be crying on VC. But yeah, But yeah, it's like, yeah, Raiga, it's fine. It's fine. Now,
Anyways,
let's rant. Let's rant for a second. Kuri, you
No.
want to go first?
Not yet,
Why?
because we're gonna
Oh,
talk
right.
about Ohga's design.
yeah,
All
we
right.
gotta talk about.
Ohga. All right. This is one of the few good things about this movie. And even then, we don't even get to see it.
Yeah, we don't even get to see it. We don't even get to see a good look of it once, let alone its color.
When it comes to its design, I like the quadrupedal thing. I think it's an interesting design. I think it looks a little plain, but I think that comes primarily due to the budgetary constraints. But I do like the horns. I do like its eyes. I like the additional like smaller spikes all around to help break it up. I think those could have been more plentiful throughout the design.
But as it stands, it looks neat. It looks like something. you would
Ohga is, I think, its design helps a lot. I think it's meant to be like an earth monster. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an earth creature.
Like a subterranean monster, and I think
Yeah.
it does a good job. Like, yeah, look at that. It's like its front limbs are like designed for like digging and stuff, like a mole.
Yeah. If anything, it reminds me a lot of the subterranean creature from Gaiatima. I don't think that thing has a name,
God, I need to get more Gaiatima.
but like it has a lot of the same elements. The only difference is like the head is like the subterranean creature has a thinner tail. The shell spikes and the head is very different, but it's like it has a lot of those same elements, and I think that's what makes it work. Sucks we don't get to see it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Here
Let's
we go.
rant,
Yeah,
let's
let's
rant,
go.
fuckwits. If
Minecraft,
you want an
I want you to
example,
understand. I blame you.
yeah, I apologize heavily. I want to give
I don't
every
know
single
how the
viewer
hell
here
you
an
survived
example
the
of what
first
this
time.
film looks like. What the fuck?
That's the
Why are
best
there
you
so many
get.
Why
That's
are
the-
there so many After Effects? This is the only screenshot image on Wikizilla, by the way. This is the only image on Wikizilla that is a screenshot of this movie. Not of this movie, of this character. Why? Oh god, why does this movie look like that? What the fuck?
For some reason, they went completely ham in Adobe After Effects, and I'm not gonna lie, it makes the film look like the Incredible Bulk.
Oh
God. It's like it's if anyone is gonna complain about the MonsterVerse VFX, like this was low budget, yeah. So was Iron Lung. So were the prior two movies. So was Gulala. I think all of those were generally low budget, and yet they still looked better in every possible way. This, I wouldn't even say this looks like a shitpost. This just looks like nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
It's
Just-
pretty much a step down from a modern day nostalgia critic sketch, like in the worst way possible.
Yeah, it just oh god, it is visually a mess compared with like the shots of toys. The lavender room is just fucking bizarre. Yeah, I did an entire stream about it. But like it looks like somebody got drunk one night and started using every After Effects effects under the sun.
They hired a person that said graphic design is my passion, and they just
Not even graphic design. VFX is my passion.
How many After Effects do we apply? Yes.
You joke, but actually,
Yeah, no, it's like that's the visual style of this movie. It's a dumpster fire. It's a dumpster ground. It like
And if any of y'all ever
It's
want to complain about Gotham being like, "Oh, we don't get to see the monster fight," no, look at this.
I
Like-
never want to hear someone criticize and complain about Autumn's visual ever again. Because I know damn well y'all would never, ever survive this movie.
yeah,
I almost
Raiga-
did. This movie just about broke me.
Yeah,
You know,
It just about broke all of us. You had
Don't-
to cope. You
Yeah,
subconsciously.
just leave it at
coped.
that. Just leave it at that.
he
I
had
had
to
to
cope.
We'll leave
I
it
had
at that.
to cope.
You subconsciously coped, but like at least Reigo had genuine attempts with its VFX and its story. At
Here's the
least
thing.
Reiga tried. to
Reigo
be
was at least a
genuine
film
with
that
its
was trying to
effects.
be something genuine. Raiga was a film laced in irony. This one is like they weren't even trying. I
No,
said it
yeah.
before. This film feels like it was either a money laundering scheme or a passion project made by someone with either no money, no talent, or both. And I don't know what is more sad.
I think I would probably say, like, best faith, I'd say the second one, but even then, it's like,
And also, I guess to preface this, no shade towards the director in any way. Like, I'm sure he's nice and all, but
I'd imagine Shinpei Hayashiya is a decent dude. Like, and it's clear that he like gives a shit about the genre. Again, why? If he didn't, why would he make? Why would he make these
three
movies?
of them? I mean, fair.
Why would you make 3 original kaiju films and a Gamera fan film? Like,
as well as some other movies that came out later. But even with all that said, he really dropped the ball here.
yeah, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? I don't know. What is this?
And since you're on Wikizilla, is there any information you can find?
I couldn't find jack shit.
It also doesn't help that like the SRS Cinema release. Oh yeah, by the way, all of these are distributed by SRS Cinema for like DVD and Blu-ray. None of them include like that many special features, or at least the current ones don't.
One moment. It's like plot, staff, cast, appearances. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, actually, let me look at the 3-pack that they recently did. Let's see. I'm gonna read the Amazon.
Yeah, no, I found some more screenshots of the film that we could look at. Just
oh
to
my god!
further elaborate.
I see a listing for the movie Raiga versus Ohga on DVD. It's under Amazon's Choice.
Ew!
And the ratings are 4 stars.
Yeah, and then also it ended with these two, by the way, which
oh yeah, by the way,
it set up a 4th film, Raiga 4, Please No More.
Yeah.
We can't even call it Raiga 4 because both Raiga and Ohga apparently did the fusion dance. Like, that's the fusion.
They died and then came together, and apparently the film was meant to be about them, like the people in the government letting the monsters trash the place. so they could build casinos.
Yeah, that was like, I think that's what it was going for, but it's like, I mean, look at this. This is a still image, After Effects, Raiga green screen. What the fuck even is this?
It's like, I want to be generous because of the visuals being on a low budget film, but there is an extent where
No,
it is
like,
just too much. And
you
on
can't-
top of that,
I'd say you
there
can't-
are multiple scenes where characters are just displayed by actual toy soldiers talking through subtitles. And I also caught on multiple occasions them using model train sets on tables just to like simulate a train.
Like, low budget is one thing. This had no budget.
I genuinely think the budget for this film was less than $50.
I believe it.
It probably costs as much as you could buy the DVD on Amazon right now, which is
It probably
$7.94.
cost as much as the subscription service for the editing software they used was for that month.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I found a review on Amazon. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll kiss your $10 goodbye. And most of them say, "Don't waste your money."
Perfect.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, we can't. Oh yeah, we have to mention the salt on the open wound of this movie is with a certain someone who played one of the American CIA agents.
Oh yeah, let's get to that motherfucker real quick. While we're on, let's segue that into the human casts. But first, elaborate.
Okay, so the guy on the left with his beard, apparently a few years ago, was arrested for the possession of CP.
Yeah, Eric Zilla, I think, did a video on it. But
for other content, like he was originally supposed to be a director for a now like pretty much dead documentary that was supposed to document movies like Raiga and Reigo and a bunch of other stuff. But apparently it turns out like even prior to his arrest, there were some like shady things going on. Like apparently it was also a money laundering scheme. Like don't quote me on that. Like I believe like Eric Zill also mentioned it. But like the main thing is like why like production halted was him being a degenerate.
Yeah. So yeah. And now that we have that out of the way, holy fuck the humans.
I can't even remember a single one aside from the future cops from the last movie.
The only things I remember are these two because of the controversy and the eye patch guy. That's it.
And then there's also the thing with like the prime minister and his secretary's mistresses.
Yeah, and then you have the all-female military unit in the lavender room. God! Why do I remember these characters? Why do I remember them?
You can't remember anything about them. You just remember they exist.
They exist. They do shit. I don't even know how much they contribute to the plot. But like, oh god, the plot. They
genuinely contribute nothing. I think they get involved in trying to stop the monsters, but they don't like succeed at all despite using multiple different weapons. And I will give this film this little crumb. At least Raiga and Ohga have a reason for showing up. It's because they feel the presence of the other and want to fight. Whereas in the previous film, Raiga genuinely just showed up for no reason.
And then the second one appeared for
that said.
Well, actually, no. They said like over territory. They said something.
Yeah, the second one was like a territorial dispute or something. But like, what
the hell took the second one so long to show up?
I don't know, but just it. Oh god, it's like, yeah. They have a reason to exist. This film at least has a story. The story is still a mess. You have it jumping all over the place. You have needless plot points, and then you have the monster action, which could have been well done. We've seen good monster action twice in these movies, or at least serviceable monster action in these movies. And it's all just layered over the after effects, so it just genuinely takes out the engagement. it ruins what could have been the best part of these films, and what has generally been the best part of these films. Like, at least there was. I don't want to say there was some attempt, because like, there is a story, there is a plot, there are things that happen in a sequential order that do have reason to exist, but it's all just so fucking messy.
Yeah, that's the thing. It genuinely, it makes the Asylum films look good.
That's not a compliment.
Yeah, that's not. That's really, 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 really not saying much.
I think the reason why I misremembered this film a lot is because I genuinely blocked it out the first time.
It was that traumatizing to him, folks.
No, it wasn't even traumatizing. I was like, I think it was just me coping. Like, maybe I'd get something out of this. I found it to be so bad it's good the first time. Then I watched it again, and everything came back to me.
It's so bad, it's bad.
It's so bad. This is genuinely one of the worst kaiju movies ever made.
You could make an argument for it being the worst kaiju movie ever made. Like, I would genuinely accept this as a contender.
Yeah. And also just one of the worst, and just one of the worst examples, and just one of the worst examples of tokusatsu. Like, holy hell. Effects work sucks, story sucks, characters suck, the music is okay. Oh god, what a mess.
This movie movie is embarrassing. Like I genuinely, like, and I say this with my whole chest. If there is a fourth movie and we watch it, I am not doing it sober. I'm getting me some alcohol.
Valid. Fuck, if there is a fourth movie, I'd probably do the same if I'm drinking age. But like,
I'll be the only sober one to watch over you two.
Like, yeah, they have the guts to tease a fourth film.
I drink. Also, you have the no, not the guts. You have the audacity
to
balls, tell me
the cojones, the
you want to make a fourth one. I don't even know what this is meant to be.
This.
Yeah. It's a Nerf toy.
It's a toy. Both of these are toys.
That you
want to know what it makes me think?
What?
Hang on. There was an old toy that this reminds me of.
Just
you guys, I'm gonna ask to share my screen because this thing here reminds me of this old toy from like when I was a kid. God, I'm talking like I'm old.
And you're 21. You're drinking age.
Stop. This thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I have seen this before.
I had one.
Really?
Yeah.
I was also gonna say, I feel like the only two other worst kaiju movies that could possibly be dethroned are Hanuman versus 7 Ultraman and Space Warriors 2000.
Yeah. Or maybe even Death Kappa. I don't know. I haven't seen Death
Kappa. I'm gonna be dead ass. Death Kappa is a masterpiece compared to this.
Really?
Well, not by much, but not by much. Like, you could actually see him, and as well as the other like kaiju that he fights later on. Like, you could actually see them.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of Death Kappa's story. I haven't seen Death Kappa. It's
and at least that one has like funny like cameos, like Hideki Anno cameos, and then Shinji Higuchi cameos in that one too.
But yeah,
that was a warning of what would come years later.
Oh fuck! But yeah, So, elephant in the room. This was 2019.
No. 2020, I think.
No, it said 2019. No, we're not doing this again. Hold on, let me.
Either way, it was like, I think this. Either way, it's still released after Caught right?
Never mind, it is 2019. Bro, this movie's so bad it made me go dummy.
This is a Reiwa film. This isn't Wilderness. This is Reiwa. This is translating a lot of that wilderness, like, viewpoints into a Reiwa setting, but it's still not taking itself seriously.
As expected, typical expected Reiwa slop.
Actually, I looked up the Wikizilla. Apparently, it premiered the same month as Caught
Really?
Like 10 days prior.
Really?
Yeah. So in preparation
shit.
to wait for Caught we had to sit through this shit.
We already trudged through the Polygon trilogy. What's one more? Oh. Never mind.
Go back. Go back.
Go back. Go back. Give me King of the Monsters. And then King of the Monsters dropped. And depending on who you ask, that was a relief. But
you know what sucks? Matt, say what you will about the guy. I have. The art Matt Frank did for this movie is really cool.
Yeah, that was also can we show that was also a joint with Jeff Zorno too. Like, say what you will, like they done a really good job of making them look cool.
Yeah, no,
I don't know how they got the references for Ohga.
Probably
that's what I asked too.
I am pretty sure they just used the maquette.
You know what? Fair enough. Because the maquette is honestly the best look.
Like, this is a sick design. Why did you attach this to this movie? Why can't we see it?
And just they're probably never going to be seen again.
Yeah.
This is it. I genuinely think it's kind of tragic. Because Ohga's got honestly, I think like Ohga and Reigo have much better designs than Raiga.
Even then, Raiga's still passable.
Fine.
He's still.
I think he's okay.
Like, Raiga's passable, but like,
they're never gonna get another chance unless, like, years down the line, some madman decides to try to revitalize these films.
Yeah.
In which case, I salute you. TLDR, watch the first one. I think it's passable, and it's an interesting case study. Watch Raiga, the second one, if you're curious and you also want to do research into the Wilderness era. Don't watch the third one. Spare yourself the trouble.
Stay away from the third one. Holy mother of God.
Or if you choose to watch it, get some alcohol.
Get some friends.
Get some drinks, get some friends, because it's the only way you're gonna survive this. This movie just about broke me. I was I don't think y'all get how close I was to tapping out.
Yeah, no, like, you were threatening to do so multiple times, and frankly speaking, I wouldn't have stopped you.
Me neither. That just makes me
the
wonder.
The only reason I did is because so that way we could finish the stream. So was that way we could actually do the stream because we finished the film.
Yeah, but I think these three movies generally are a really hefty case study because it's a viewpoint of the transition from Wilderness era to Reiwa and just how different they were. We've spoken on Ohga's quality, but it's like, I think the sting of that film in a meta sense isn't that bad because this was like the kaiju boom. This was post G14, post Pacific Rim, post Shin. Even if the Polygon trilogy wasn't that good, we still got Caught and then Caught led to GVK, and kaiju started getting into a greater public sphere. Also,
We
this was
wanted to get it into like Ultraman, like revitalizing again.
We
Yeah,
really
Ultraman.
did see like the second. This is now part of like the second kaiju boom, and it just went into full force. And now we are. I think that's what makes Raiga versus Ohga so interesting, because it isn't out of place.
not even close. It's
Quality notwithstanding.
like Raiga and Reigo are Reigo because this was right at the end of the Millennium Era. Like this was right out. This was a year after Final Wars. Like this was on the border of Millennium and Wilderness. And then Raiga because it was an underground kaiju film, because it's one of those films that we that it spent so that like was in that era of Godzilla's dead, Gamera's dead, Ultraman is barely living.
The
And
big
then
hitters are out. The big hitters are absent, and
are
most
out
of
for
what we
lunch.
had was underground entertainment, which, like I said, you couldn't really get if you weren't in Japan.
Yeah, with Cloverfield being the only genuine attempt of its
Cloverfield was
time.
like the one exception, and it was like, yeah, that was kind of all you had if you were an American fan. Like you had a Cloverfield, and then Godzilla Unleashed.
Yeah.
And like and then there was like that was it as far as official stuff, and then you were kind of fishing through YouTube to find anything.
Yeah,
Or like
and-
like I mentioned in the comment section, like if you're in the know, if you're like IDW, if you're a reader of IDW, then that way. Like
yeah, and even if you weren't, you still had the hype for G14. But that's it. That's it. Like
But wait, what about Project Nemesis? When did the original book come out?
November of 2012.
So it was like at
there
the
was
tail end
there
of
was
Infernus.
there was stuff. That's the thing. But I imagine
But it
most
wasn't-
people didn't know where like
Most people didn't know it existed.
most people didn't know where that it existed or even where to look.
Mm-hmm. And thank God for SRS Cinema. Say what you will about the films that they're getting. At least we're getting these movies. God, I can't wait for Push of the Gods.
Me too.
Yeah, I want to do a discussion stream on both it and Howl from Beyond the Fog together, as well as Yamato Tekuru before that.
Yamato Takara was good.
Yeah,
It was
was
more
okay.
of just a classic fantasy,
Yeah,
but it was fun.
yeah. But yeah, that's Raiga. That's, I think, like I said, these movies are a very interesting case study for a lot of reasons that we've
just
showcased.
like horrible effects, horrible characters, horrible writing, lazy plot, eye-straining effects, capped off with a third entry so egregiously terrible that I can't even make complaining about it funny.
Yeah. Like this is, I would say this is, would you say this is Planet Eater level bad?
This is Planet Eater level bad, if not worse. You could convince me that this is worse than the Planet Eater. That's how bad this was. And you both know how much I hate that movie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I hate it too.
This, I would probably say it is the only reason that I like Thor Love and Thunder, The Lion King, and War of the Worlds less is because this film didn't actively insult me. It was a pain to get through, and it was actually horrible, but it didn't insult me.
See, like, the thing is I don't tend to bother with something that I feel like I'm not gonna like. This blindsided me, and I was genuinely not prepared.
None of us were prepared.
I think I did a bad. And again, I do apologize. I
Don't,
didn't
bro.
do
You weren't ready either. None of us were ready.
None of
Yeah,
us were ready
this
for
wasn't
the sheer
Freddy.
bullshit that was Olga.
Yeah. Oh god.
Something like it's funny because my gut was saying how some was yelling at me, just back out now, run.
But yeah. But that was Raiga. That was the Raiga trilogy.
Oh, here's a fun fact. Apparently, Reigo and Raiga had limited VHS releases by SRS Cinema back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I guess kind of seems fitting. They looked like something you could see on like a VHS store back in the day.
Yeah, like one of those like, and then it just vanishes for years, and then they're like those smaller like sci-fi companies made by a bunch of 80s and 90s kids that like the whole thing is archiving these movies so they have like a home.
Yeah, I guess that's what SRS Cinema is, kind of in a way.
Yeah, thank God for SRS Cinema. But yeah, I think that is as good as time as any. Just these films are a very interesting case study overall, considering it's a showcase of like the wilderness era start, middle, and end and aftermath, I guess. /end.
A proper discussion of the wilderness era is in order if you want me. My like take on it.
Yeah. And I feel like these prior two streams, Yulala and Raiga, and if I ever do a Cloverfield stream, I'd also probably use that as a springboard. But just a look back at the wilderness era, I think would be an interesting viewpoint. I don't know if I'm going to do it on my channel, but I think it'd be interesting. So, because like this is a sneak peek at what that era was like, at least on the other side of the Pacific, and then when I ever do Cloverfield, I mean we're going to America in 2008, so yeah. But
Yeah,
I guess good as time to close it out. Any shilling mental gems?
Follow me on DeviantArt and Instagram for good content. And I recommend you just watch the original TMNT movie, the 1991, because it's peak. And also read Gayatima, read Kaiju Girl Caramelize, and also did I say Gayatima? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Read the original Jurassic Park. Just do it.
Yay. Girl?
I'm uploading YouTube videos now.
Yeah.
I uploaded a few like about a week ago a video talking about -0 and Supernova, just my thoughts on the whole thing. I currently have a number of videos in the works. A video right now, a video talking about Gogmazios, which is being worked on. I'm also in the scripting process for a bunch of others, which I'm kind of just working on at my leisure in the time I have. So keep your eyes out for them. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram, although I've been wanting to post more on Instagram and maybe Twitter as well, and just see where it goes from there. Keep your eyes peeled. As far as recommendations, go read Gayatima, go watch the original Jurassic Park. If you want an anti-recommendation, don't watch Raiga versus Ohga.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't. Stop it.
Don't.
Get some help.
Don't. And that's all from me.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Have a good morning, day, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you are and where you're listening to this. Drink some water, hug your mother, and that's all from me.
Yeah. Then you can find me here on this channel. I'm not really doing any YouTube work because I'm preparing for the end of the semester, but I am writing. I have finished drafting the script for my One Monstrous Moment, which Kuru I did send to you. But yeah, and I have my book, Light in the Black Lake, which I am writing at the moment. Though I haven't really touched it in a bit because, again, life has been getting in the way. And yeah, Instagram, Kara, Blue Sky. I am very active on Instagram. I've been doing OC Kaiju April, which has been pretty fun. And then Kara and Blue Sky I'm not as active on, but I'm still there. And yeah, as for recommendations, go watch Project Hail Mary. That one was really, really, really good. Project Hail Mary was fantastic. And go read Gayatima and Kaiju Girl Caramelize as well. So, yeah. Take care, guys. Peace.
All right,
Peace.
viewer. It's time to wipe.
What?
Get out the toilet.